Hey guys, well, welcome back to another installment for Art of Conquest, the Hero Spotlight. So for today, we'll be talking about Avril. Avril is also another starting character, although I highly recommend starting off with Avalon still. I think he's the best hands down to start the game off with. Avril is the Ice Queen, and she recently got a huge buff, so she can do a ton of damage both in the Dragon Abyss and for Siege. So today we'll jump right in. We'll take a peek at Avril. Maybe read her lore, which is as the last surviving disciple of the Ice Temple, Avril fights to protect her heritage and found a new temple to protect in Nor. So her main abilities, she gets a little confusing on how she actually works, but I'll break it down for you. Avril will do auto attacks, and with her auto attack, she has a chance of spraying out ice. So let's go over all of the abilities. First, we have Ice Nova. Ice Nova, it will do a small circle AoE. It will freeze stuff. If it's bronze or silver, it will freeze it. If it's a gold unit, it will just kind of slow them down a little bit. Does a little bit of damage. Nothing to write home about. It's nothing. It's nothing spectacular. Then we have Glacial Shard. Glacial Shard gives Avril's auto attacks a 35% chance to shoot multiple shards out at enemies. Her magic set increases the damage. So if you want to put out more damage from this, increase her magic stats. This is her bread and butter. This is where Avril gets all of her damage from now. I'll show you how you make this even stronger. Next we have Ice Wall. It will create a nice little wall of ice wherever you want it. You can draw a heart in the game if you want. Ice Wall isn't anything amazing. However, if you have cavalry charging in right at the beginning of the battle and you create a wall of ice, they'll run into the wall and their whole charge will just dissipate. Blizzard. Blizzard will summon a giant blizzard. It's a big AOE. It will slow things down. If you ever fight against Lich and they're using a bunch of skeletons, this is a really good way to slow down how much damage they put out. So it's not a horrible skill. Again, I really wouldn't max it out or anything like that. It's not where Avril gets all of her power from. Gifted Mage. This will increase her magic ability. If you get extra points at the end, go for it. And then we have Rapid Cast. I wish I wish I was level 45. I'm not quite there yet. She's the next one I'm working on. So this Rapid Cast lets Avril cast all of her skills faster. So when it's fully maxed out, all of her skills for the entire battle, the cooldown is 2 seconds off of it. So you can rapidly cast them all. The next portion, and probably the most important part, is each time Avril casts an ability, she increases her attack speed. So that being said, things like Ice Nova or Ice Wall, you really only need 1 point in it. With that 1 point, you can get the cast off on Avril, and from there, it will increase her attack speed every time you cast one of those abilities, which will then in turn increase how many glacial shards she can fire out, because higher attack speed, higher chance for glacial shard, more damage. When it comes to building Avril for PvP, you do not necessarily need max magic damage on Avril. Typically, you want to win in stats, so gear her however you want to get her the most stats. For right now, I'm just using this because I really like stamina and a little bit of command. It works. And then I have the soul blades because those give the most important PvP stats and the most of them out of the accessories I currently have. The codex should be on Clio for PvP, but for right now it is on Avril. When it comes to queuing up for troops, you need more troops. I use set number 3 for all my characters for that. To increase your gold amount, this is a decent setup. The Golden Visage will give you a bunch of extra points. Get some command from the Galactic Scepters. I just have this on to get a couple more points in command. When it comes to doing Siege, Dragon Abyss, or anything else where you actually need Avril to deal damage, um, this is a decent setup. Anything that increases her magic, her magic set. That way you get more damage from the Glacial Shards. This weapon you can get from the Void. It will actually come to you as Flawless. It increases damage from anything to do with ice, which does in fact affect her Glacial Shard. And finally, if you're doing a siege against like walls or anything like that where you don't need Cleo, feel free to throw on the Codex. You can get some a little bit of extra magic damage, and that goes a long ways. The last thing I'll mention with Avril is some key points from hero research. Just take a quick moment. I finally maxed this out yesterday. I'm so happy about that. Anyways, when it comes to the mage and necromancer hero research, some of the biggest ones would be tier 7. So tier 7 increase the critical hit chance of mage. That doesn't really do anything. That's not our focus. What the focus of tier 7 is this final portion where it increases magic damage of mage and necromancers by 50% for the first 30 seconds of battle. That adds up clearly. 50% is a large amount for the first 30 seconds. That helps. The second one is tier 10, just the normal ones that you level up, and it reduces magic resistance of units damaged by the mages and necromancers. If you want to increase damage further, decrease the enemy's resistance to it, and you will do more damage. So my Avril is not perfect, and I am not claiming that she is perfect, but let's see what a level 42 Avril can do against a wall. So we'll put her out there. Get Avalon, and we need one more thing. Because why not? So all of this damage is going to come pretty much solely from Avril. That's all that we want to see. So if we start this fight, we're going to go up against the wall. When you cast Blizzard, Avril will stop attacking. She will just stand there and cast Blizzard. So it's important to get the next spell off to kind of break that chain. Then as you keep casting her abilities, her attack speed will increase. Kind of picked a horrible spot for her because you can't necessarily see her from behind. Oh, there we go. Now we can see Avril a little bit. So as you can see with her auto attacks, she goes off regularly, then 35% chance, so maybe 1 out of 3 attacks she'll shoot out a bunch of shards. And if we relate this to Diablo 2, it reminds me of the Frozen Orb source. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take our lovely dragon, we're going to awaken them, and that should buff Avril as well to give her a bunch more attack speed. The Slift Dragon, by the way, very underrated. I think it has a lot more use than people give it credit for. So we'll get done. We'll see what type of damage that Avril did. Again, her casting abilities, not a big deal. Nothing special, nothing to write home to. When it comes to her auto attacks with that chance to cast the Glacial Shard, that's huge. That's her bread and butter. So Glacial Shard, rapid casts, and 1 point into everything else. Alright, so damage from Avril. She only did 21 million damage. As a level 42 Avril, nothing special. Now let's see if we can get that slightly higher. And I'm going to reposition her so that hopefully the turtle doesn't just block her out completely out of the way. So for this time, we're going to do it a little bit different. We're just going to ignore the blizzard altogether. Because remember, every time she casts blizzard, she stops attacking for a period of time. It looks like we'll do blizzard because her attack's pretty slow. This is one reason why blizzard it should be used first, kind of like in the first siege that we did. Because while the blizzard is coming down, Avril will stop attacking. So if we give her a nice little boost from the dragon, we'll get a little bit more damage out. Dragon runs down to help out. With the Swift Dragon, he will help out, or she will help out for all of your heroes and all of your troops. So the damage and attack speed buffs, it will affect all of them. Once your Avril hits level 45, she'll get a very big boost as her rapid cast gets maxed out. But it is pretty to watch, all of those glacial shards flying everywhere. So for this one, Avril will probably do around the same, probably 22 million damage as well. This time it was 20. Which, all in all, that's not bad for level 42. Avril, once she's level 50, has a little bit of research. She's geared properly. Avril could very easily be doing 80 million damage to a wall. I've seen it in the hundreds of millions that is possible to get from her. So that's Avril in a nutshell. Since she got buffed, feel free to level her up, especially if you want help with the siege. She's huge in the Dragon Abyss to increase your damage overall, because damage output in the Dragon Abyss can be very hard to get. So with that being said, tomorrow we will be covering the Fire Mage. Until then, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day, guys.